the park and I max out 99 overall, we're going to see what really happens.
Corey, we're here at NBA 2K23 Summer League. How's your Summer League been thus far?
It's dope so far. I just landed, kind of came straight into this, played a game of 2K, and just kind of mingling around and checking out the scene, and it's like good vibes in here, so I'm happy.
You are getting a taste of NBA 2K23 for the first time. What do you think?
The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Hornets. You talk about all-around offensive weapons. Look no further than Gordon Hayward. Locked and loaded as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Hornets, Nets is coming up next, and we'll be right back.
I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. Taking a look at Charlotte, they're in the upper part of the conference records right now. And, of course, there's the Nets, tied right now.
And checking out Charlotte, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thank you. Gordon Hayward is a versatile offensive player, but he said, for me, being aggressive is playing downhill. Usually, if I can get things going to the rim first, it opens up every other part of my game. And he's still able to collapse defenses, finish, and create for teammates. Guys?
David, he is the total package. Greg, for teams that are slow out of the gate, their fans can really be impatient and unforgiving.
Yeah, the media, too. I mean, I played New York, so in that town, you go big or you get talked about. And it happens in small towns as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Out in the wings for them, Rozier and Hayward. Weber is out there with Bridges, and it's Ball in at point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris, Russell Westbrook out there with Curry. Then there's Ben Simmons, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here's Simmons, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
Hayward outside. Passes to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. And it's blocked. Here's Harris. Sweet little floater.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 4-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
The first time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better, and that could make it easier down the road.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Hayward on the wing, guarded by Harris. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Here's Bridges. Rebounded by the Nets.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Curry's shot is off. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hayward kicks to Bridges. Over in the corner, Rozier. Here's Claxton. 17 points in his last outing. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Ball. Simmons passes to Curry. He dishes it to Harris. The pass to Westbrook. To the middle. And stolen by Hayward. And it's Ball in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball's shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
And it's hard to believe that Gordon Hayward has been playing for over a decade in the NBA. Now a seasoned vet firmly in the second half of his career. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Ball. Hayward on the wing. And another three for Charlotte. And Hayward has had a bit of a career renaissance lately, looking more and more like his old self.
And Kevin, it's just great to see him playing at this level again. I think it's testament to how much he loves the game of basketball, as well as how badly this guy wants a chance to win a championship.
And the Hornets with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
When Rozier is seeing the floor that well, makes everything easier for him and his team.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Substitutions for your Nets.
Here is Hayward. Hayward is double. Bridges passes the ball. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. They get it again. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you know, it's obvious that Ball knows exactly how to work the angles. He gets the ball to a wide-open shooter just about every time.
Beverly for three. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Charlotte's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Hayward on the wing. The tray. Nailed from three-point land. Hayward's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Bridges trying to free himself up. Ball with the bucket. He's got 5.
Well, that sudden burst by Ball is so effective. Zipping in before the defense can react.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against Philadelphia. Took him no time at all on that one.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And Hayward with the stuff.
Give Hayward the chance now. He's athletic. He's got bounce. He's going to finish with the big flush when he gets inside.
Offline with his three. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Charlotte in the lead. Down low. Here's Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Charlotte leading by 4. Rozier the pass the ball. And a missed layup.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Deep 2 from Beverly. And again, it's the Nets missing. Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. It's the three-point bomb.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those Nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Charlotte making some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Weber. And it's marked. In for Miles Bridges. Shamet. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Charlotte has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. Three-pointer on the way. Marks grabs the board. Hornets leading by 10. Outside, Ball. Misses the 3.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him. Charlotte shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. And the basket by Rozier.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Strong move. To the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, G.A., right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And some changes here for the Hornets. McDaniels comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Monk's subbed in for Terry Rozier. Pass to Monk. To the paint, here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already, not the way you want to start a ball game.
Ball with a wide open look. Again, the Hornets score.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
Have to make the simple play. I mean, already they've got 4 turnovers, and it's still early.
A clear look for Ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Now off the inbound. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Charlotte leading by 14. Pass to Washington. Here's Monk. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, when you look at Monk's shot mechanics, they're really solid. Even with the foul, he completed his follow-through in his shooting motion. Impressive.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
And he makes the first.
The energy that Monk brings, I love it. I mean, when he's out on the floor, he's giving you everything he has.
And Monk drops them both. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
The kick out to Ball. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, took the opportunity when he saw it. 15 points in the game.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Charlotte ball.
Here's Washington. Brooklyn with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Hornets leading by 20. Ball with it. He's got 15. Passes it to Monk. There's the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist in the game. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
And that has been a huge problem for them here early in this game.
Well, that's the big reason for the deficit, Greg. I mean, they've had trouble squeezing the orange.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Monk for 3. The shot comes out.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Just 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Charlotte ball.
outside, ball. And again, the Hornets missing.
Last 2 minutes to play.
And Brooklyn turns it over again.
Hornets ball.
So it's the Hornets now. And here is Monk. 5 points in the game. Here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 8th assist in the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And the turnover total is staggering. And this staff cannot be happy.
Not at all, guys. I mean, all these mistakes and miscues have really hamstrung their effort.
.136 left here in the first quarter. Charlotte moving it around. Williams gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
There's Ball with the 3. The rebound by the Nets.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Monk kicks the ball. Off target from outside. He's guarded by Williams. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside, Ball. And the pass to Marks. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
That'll be a 5-second call.
You know, guys, you don't see that very often. They might need to let him exhale a little bit over on the bench.
Really unreal, guys. I mean, he has enough turnovers to last through the next couple of games. And we're only in the first quarter.
Puts it up off the inbound, and there's another one for the Hornets.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. You know, it's as if he's playing for the other team.
Williams finds Ball. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Monk. He has 5. 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Williams. Ball from long range. No good. Shot missing. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We come back right after this. And we've heard Russell Westbrook say his job is to do everything, but he understands that it's also a team effort.
we got to do it together. And I think that's more important than scoring any points or doing anything else is leadership. And that's where I got to find my niche and try to lead the guys.
Greg, leadership, an area where Westbrook, I think, feels he's growing.
And with his motor, he's always been a culture setter. But bringing your teammates along is also about setting the tone for collaboration.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Lets the three fly, and he's good on the three ball. Ball's got 20 points.
Tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that
time. And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Bridges, he's checked in for McDaniels. Outside Ball. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 22.
Well, I tell you, Bridges doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Here's Ball, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ball's got 7 points for the quarter. That'll be a 5-second call.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And it's in there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Charlotte making a switch here. Weber's checked in. Deep two from Ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And they've got a lot of ground to make up, and it's hard to do if you continue to struggle offensively.
That's 11 points for the other team off turnovers. That's a real hard thing to overcome.
Terry Rozier's checked in for the Hornets. Here's Ball. Again, the Hornets score.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Ball's got 32 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And continuing to cough it up here, the TO's threatening to cost these guys the game.
Yeah, you want to get a shot every time down, even if it's a tough shot. Any shot is better than no shot. You just don't want to turn it over.
Here's Bridges. Jacks up a three. And it's Ball that time on the assist by Bridges. Ball's got 35 in the game.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Off the inbound. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And that's now 37 points for LaMelo Ball.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
Bridges passes the ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. On the court for the Hornets, we've got Ball. Bridges out there with Weber. Then it's Williams. And it's Rozier in at the two-guard position. Here's Weber, and Weber throws it down.
You know, as a playmaker, Ball can look off the defender and drop dimes with either hand.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Young fella is a walking turnover right now. Just far too sloppy in this quarter.
A three ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Defended by Bridges. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Weber. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists now in this one.
Rozier is certainly a true combo guard in my mind, and he's actually gotten better as a playmaker.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Ball from long range. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 42 in the game.
And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Shot from the inbound, and the shot goes in. Ball's got 44.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Weber. Off the inbound pass, stolen. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Clark, you had excellent handles for a front court player. How much of a benefit is it for a big man to be comfortable with the dribble, with the ball in his hand?
I think it's so valuable. And now it's a dozen to a dozen big guys can put it on the ground. I mean, it used to be 2 out of a dozen guys you'd see 6'8" or better that could really handle the ball in my day. But now it's commonplace, and it's a valuable skill. My late dad, emphasized that from the time I started playing organized basketball. Make sure you can go with the ball where you want to against pressure. If you can do that, then you'll always add value to your team as a big guy.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Bridges kicks the ball. No good off the back of the rim.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And it's the Hornets ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Washington finds Rozier. Knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Well, the Hornets shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Outside ball. A three-pointer off the mark. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Now Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front. You look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. Monks checked in for ball. Here's Hayward, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Hayward, like a lot of NBA players, is a pretty serious gamer in his free time off the court.
And you know what, Kevin? There are some people that think video games help with your hand-eye coordination. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but I do know there are worse ways to rest up and keep yourself ready for the next real game than what Hayward was doing.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Hayward hits them both. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. It's Monk at the elbow. And the Hornets miss again.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Poked loose, stolen by Beverly. And Brooklyn turns it over again. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Hornets shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Rozier with room to fire. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Rozier's got 11 points.
Love the unselfishness of Monk there. I mean, love seeing him find the open man.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
The basket good off the assist from Hayward. He has 7.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Off the inbound. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Monk's got 4 points this quarter.
You've got to be up on Monk all the time. I mean, even when the pass has not gotten to him yet, you need to be there before it arrives because he's ready to let it go when he catches it.
Here's Hayward. The shot off that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. The Hornets shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Rozier kicks to Hayward. Charlotte moving the ball around. Monk goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's 11 points for Malik Monk.
Monk's got deceptive strength. You got to respect that. I mean, the defense throwing themselves all over him and at him, but he's still concentrating and knocking down the shot.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And the Hornets making a change here. Marks is checked in. Here's Rozier. Rebounded by the Nets. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Nothing offensively yet from them in this second quarter. And it's the Hornets' ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, nobody saw that game going to overtime, much less double overtime. And then also to get the victory. Wow.
McDaniels checked in for the Hornets. Pass to Monk. Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Rozier. The rebound by the Nets.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Washington passes to Rozier, and it's the Hornets another three.
All Rozier needs is a little breathing room, and he's firing that thing, and usually knocking it down.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Wide open. And it's Rozier again missing.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And it's the Hornets ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Washington passes to Rozier. Pass to Monk from the arc. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Here's Washington. Buries the long-range jumper. Washington's got 5.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Down low, Rozier off target at the rim.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Charlotte shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. Out of bounds, Charlotte takes possession. McDaniels dishes to Williams. Rozier for 3. The rebound by the Nets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Brooklyn with another turnover here. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And here are the Hornets now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Monk. 11 points in the game. Passes it to Rozier. Tries it from 19. Here's Marks. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. To the middle. Here's Rozier. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Rozier's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Rozier is confident as an offensive player. He knows he has what it takes to get it done from there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Crops one in from the wing. Rozier's got 18 points in the game.
Rozier plays within himself and doesn't typically force shots offensively. He's got a nice smooth stroke from mid-range.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They called for the 5-second violation. And it's the Hornets with the ball. And the three ball is good. Rozier's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Charlotte.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here's Williams. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. There's the three. And it's Rozier missing. And Brooklyn turns it over again. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Charlotte shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniel.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. The pass to Rozier. Good on the triple. Rozier's got 24 points.
And having a whale of a game from three-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second. And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
.106 left in the second quarter. All sorts of time. It doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. And a miss there on the triple. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. However, he's checked in for Williams. Charlotte shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Beverly against Rozier. Monk, no one around him. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Monk's got 14 points for the game. That'll be a 5-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here now is Weber. Rozier the pass to Weber. Here's Marks. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Ball's checked in for Charlotte. Pass to Weber. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Basketball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Marks. Three-pointer. That shot missing. And Brooklyn turns it over again. 5 seconds left now here in the second. Ball from long range. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hornets on top, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Gordon. How important was it to come out strong in the first half?
Yeah, extremely important, especially against a team like this. We got to be solid on defense all game. No transition buckets. So the start of the third is going to be huge.
That's where a lot of games are won. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Big-time play throughout the first half for LaMelo Ball. He tallied 6 three-point shots and made the opposing D have to constantly keep track of him on the perimeter. Kenny, your thoughts on the Hornets' first half?
There was no shortage of dimes on this team, that's for sure. Numerous guys displayed good court vision, moved the ball, led to great shots. They're in full control of this game right now.
And over to Shaq now, your take on the Nets.
Well, they need to change their strategy. We can see that. Jacking up three-pointers left and right, many of them contested or from deep range, just isn't the way to play basketball, fellas.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Now here's Hayward. Pass to Rozier. Shot clock at 6. And they'll get another chance. And it goes down 2 points. Bridges has got the first bucket of the third here for the Hornets.
Well, I like the ruggedness that Bridges plays with. This guy's a load to stop and really can dig out those rebounds.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Tries a 3 off the inbound, and a great assist by Weber as that one goes in. Weber's got 3 assists now in this one. That'll be a 5-second call.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Trains the three-pointer.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. That one off the back iron and out.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And here's Sharp. They've picked up 11 straight. Pass to Rozier. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Weber's got the ball here for Charlotte. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Ball with the bucket.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverly. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Rozier for three. It's not going to go for him. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Rozier's got 26.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that's his fourth TO here of the quarter, wasting far too many possessions in this game.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Tries again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his third personal. First team foul.
The Hornets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Take a break.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. That'll be a 5-second call.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Bridges. Rebounded by the Nets. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. The Hornets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you. Ball with the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Washington's checked in for the Hornets. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Ball. The three. And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
From the inbound, Bridges misses. Out of bounds, Charlotte takes possession. And so it's Weber with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Rozier for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Rozier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Washington. He has 5. Rozier with the ball. Stolen by Beverly. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. They're scoreless since the first half. Charlotte in total control. Ball finds Rozier. Bucket is good. Rozier's got 31 points.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Deep two from Ball. Good. That's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Bridges kicks the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the Hornets making a change here. Monk's checked in. The Hornets shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Fires the three. That's his fourth miss. He's made 5 of 9. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Williams is checked in for Weber. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Outside ball. Now here's Monk. Not a lot of room. Here's Bridges. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Now the pass to Monk. Pass the ball. Puts up a 3. And yep, another basket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Marks, he's checked in for Miles Bridges. Here's Ball. What? And good. He hits it again.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. 3rd on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Nothing yet for them in the 3rd quarter. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Charlotte. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And the Hornets making a change here. McDaniels checked in. ball from long range. He can't get it to go. The Nets go the other way with it. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Charlotte in total control. Here's McDaniels. It's blocked. They recover it. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Drives to the hoop and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
His first foul, team second.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnovers.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Ball. Another bucket. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
From outside the arc. Good. Another from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Shot from the inbound. Hits it again. Wow.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
I mean, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the second most points in an NBA game. What a historic night.
And to think when the night started that we'd see someone match Kobe's 81, his performance has been nothing short of magnificent.
Pass to Williams. Here's Marks. Back to Williams. Got a hand on it. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. searching for that first bucket here in the third. They've been difficult to stop lately.
Yeah, and this run could stretch out that lead even more.
Charlotte moving the ball around. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Charlotte shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. And here is Ball. Non-stop scoring machine here. Here's Marks. Takes it inside. Good on the shot. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Charlotte ball.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Long range from the inbound. They grab their own miss, and Williams is right there.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Passes it to Ball. Inside, Monk. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 16 points for Malik Monk.
We know he can shoot deep, but he also has a nice touch inside. So Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And so here's shot. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
Takes a three. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Marks. He's got 8. And they pick up 2.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Ball. And good. There's another.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
There's 1:40 left here in the third quarter. And another one.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Ball from long range, and again for three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter.
Hornets ball.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Hayward outside. And he drives in. Can't hit from in close. And Brooklyn turns it over again. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Terry Rozier's checked in for the Hornets.
Terry Rozier.
Charlotte shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. 13 feet away. And they recover it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Charlotte, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
.46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's Ball with the three. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. .41 seconds left, and again.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, erect.
5 seconds. Inbound violation. Hornets ball.
We're giving t-shirts to the loudest section in the building. Come on, who wants it? Get loud!
There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Hornets ball.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
.36 seconds left in the third quarter. Rozier for 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
.32 seconds left in the third. Ball with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
.30 seconds left in the third. Williams passes to Hayward. Ball from long range. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Wide open look. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Rozier for three. Brooklyn with the rebound.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Count that one.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
.11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Three-pointer, Hayward, kept alive. Here's Williams. Misses from close range. And so it's Charlotte holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. That'll be a 5-second call. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've gone back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. They've got Martin. Marks is out there with Williams. And it's Jerome in at the 3 slot. And it's Martin missing. And in this era of player empowerment, Clark, you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them, and that's an encouraging sign from my perspective.
Marks, no good. Clark, you know, road teams accustomed to hostile crowds, but it can go too far. Players have been very vocal, saying, respect the game, and then respect us as human beings as well.
And, Kevin, I couldn't say it any better. It's that simple. It's not complicated. The right to say anything you want doesn't come with the purchase of a ticket. I think human dignity, common courtesy, and respect supersedes whatever feelings you might have about a particular team or player and overrides whatever price you paid for your ticket.
That's a 2 for Martin. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Charlotte ball.
Here's Jerome. Charlotte no good that time either. Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And for the first time in 2021, Clark, we had the full play-in tournament featuring the 7 through 10 seeds. What'd you think of the new format?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, again, part of it was we're coming out of a pandemic, and so we're starving for all things sports, and this added another level of excitement to, I think, the best game in the world, NBA basketball. You had Steph against LeBron and AD. So I think it was a pretty awesome result overall.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Hornets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. That one goes in.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
That'll be a 5-second call.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball. 4 points off of those turnovers.
And when you're behind like they are, you can't afford those kinds of mistakes and empty trips.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Driving inside and finished off by Martin.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Well, Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed, and it's overall probably a positive thing for the players.
And Brooklyn turns it over again. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Hornets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Weber. And the 3 off target.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And there's Bridges on the assist by Martin.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And, Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
And here's Charlotte. They've got an 8-0 run. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, giving away possessions here and really giving away the game.
Just in this quarter alone, they've already given up 10 points off turnovers. That's really how you can gift wrap the game for your opponent.
Here now is Weber, and it's good for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. A nice run going 12 in a row. To the inside. Here's Jerome. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players. And these turnovers he's committing are just killing his team.
Yeah, and that was a raggedy quarter of basketball for him. That's the only way I can say it. He's hurting more than he's helping them right now.
For a number of seasons, offensive output, Greg, has been on the rise, as we've seen, but last year it went to a whole different level.
I mean, how about 2 years ago with Dallas? They had the greatest offensive season since all the way back in 1973, averaging over 116 points per 100 possessions. Get this, last year, 7 teams beat that record.
The Hornets on offense. It's been 16 straight unanswered. Bridges misses.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And the Hornets making a change here. McDaniels checked in. And here's Charlotte.
So good.
Anything else you want to talk about 2K related?
I'm super excited for the new game. I love the covers. I love that like D-Book has his shoe like kind of like the focal point in it, and it says "Be Legendary." And I think he's a legend. Just signed like a crazy extension. I love like the women's cover. Love the Michael Jordan cover. You might see some circulate in the new game. Super excited for that. And yeah, like shout out to the whole 2K family, and thank you for always having me be a part.
What's up, guys? We're here with Cunyo, and we are talking NBA 2K23. You recently got into the game since NBA 2K17. What are you excited?
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was a stirring. The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Washington Wizards. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And here's what the Washington Wizards schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And we've got just enough time for a pregame report. Let's go over to the sidelines, where Allie LaForce is standing by. Allie?
Thanks, BA. Well, the NBA's play-in tournament is exciting. It's a way to keep teams in the mix, but it's had its share of critics. Luka Doncic said, quote, "I don't understand it. You play all season to get into the playoffs. Then maybe you lose 2 in a row and you're out? I don't see the point." Guys?
Yeah, Allie, team's definitely motivated to stay in the top 6. Good stuff there. Thank you. Now, Washington's starting 5. They've got Bradley Beal. Rui Hachimura is out there with Deni Avdija. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Seth Curry is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Harris in at the 3. And so off the tip, it's Washington. Pass to Avdija. Beal outside. Now Irving, pounded by Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Avdija. 3-pointer, Beal. And it's Harris with the rebound. Now Curry. Pass to Westbrook. Beal against Curry. Over Avdija. Curry, no good. Here's Avdija. And we're about a minute into the first. Soft touch off the glass.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Harris outside. Outside Curry. Pass to Westbrook. Rebound by the Wizards.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And the jam by Drummond.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Now here's Westbrook. Harris outside. Here's the three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Westbrook against Irving. Here he goes. Excellent D there from Westbrook. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor.
Well, you think back to Russell Westbrook's collegiate days at UCLA. Those teams were loaded. Think about it. The future MVP at that time did not start as a freshman and scored only 3 points per game.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 so far. Over to the wing. Irving for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Talking about Westbrook in college, Doris, he played with some future NBA stars.
He sure did. Of course, he spent that year with Kevin Love. They were both top 5 picks in the 2008 draft. But he also shared a backcourt with Darren Collison, Aaron Aflalo, amongst other future pros. It is no wonder Westbrook's teams collegiately 65-10.
And so it's Washington with it, following the bucket by the Nets. Drummond passes to Irving. Another miss by Irving. Brooklyn trailing. The 3, Westbrook. Come on. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. Bradley Beal is second.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 since the tip. Outside Irving from deep 3-point range. Rebound Brooklyn.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Curry. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Avdia, pounded by Harris. Here's Hachimura. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, even with the contact, Rui Hachimura doesn't lose his touch or his concentration. So tough to distract this guy.
Harris. Avdia pulls it in. The Wizards with a lead. And here's Beal. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I tell you, that's physical defense. Bradley Beal being aggressive, maintains his focus, finishes through contact. Exactly what you want from this guy.
Now here's Westbrook. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Now Curry. Pass to Westbrook. And he can't get that one. Ooh, good D by Irving. Here's Beal. Here's Drummond. And they converted last on attempt number 3. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Westbrook can't hit.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Drummond with the bucket. Drummond's got 6.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Pass to Westbrook. With the drive. And then Westbrook slams it in.
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Irving, the pass to Drummond. Back to Irving. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Washington.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the defense to collapse. That could free up shooters going forward.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
I'll tell you, man, Irving can do many things for your ball club. But at the top of the list, he's a tremendous shooter with great range and great confidence.
Here's Claxton. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Unloads from 13, and he drops that one in.
Westbrook has made his money right here in the mid-range. The unbelievable lift on the jumper. Good luck checking it.
You know, if you were to hand select a player to take the last shot for you, no one would bat an eye if you chose Kyrie Irving.
Ever since his shot over Steph Curry in 2016, Irving's been a legend. And some of it's his mental approach. People say he marches to the beat of a different drum. That may help him in those big moments. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Westbrook can't hit.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Irving against Westbrook. Here's Drummond. No luck on that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Even though they had the better roster, they actually lost the season series to this team last year.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Here's Beal after the basket by Brooklyn. And Drummond with the jam.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Curry passes to Westbrook. Westbrook drawing the double. Harris outside. The three is up. Rebound by the Wizards. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Beal. Ben Simmons grabs the board.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly, he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Washington has gone 1 for 5 from deep in this first, struggling from that area. Pass to Beal. Outside Irving. Over Westbrook. They grab their own miss. Here's Avdia. And here is Irving. Shoots over Westbrook. Here's Drummond. And finally, that one's good. Drummond's got 10.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Here's Claxton. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
If you leave someone open around Russell Westbrook, he knows it's his responsibility to find the open guy.
Timeout called. The Wizards. Well, Grant, at this point in his career, I think it's safe to say Andre Drummond will go down as one of the game's premier rebounders.
Yeah, you just don't call him a specialist because there's a lot more to Drummond's game than just rebounding. Rim protection, points in the paint. He does just about everything you want in a big man. When he's on the floor, he lightens the load on every other member of their front court.
Brooklyn making some changes. Wiseman comes in for Claxton, and it's Shamet in for Harris. And the Wizards making a change here. Westbrook against Irving. Pass to Avdia. Bryant with it. Now here's Tice. Outside Irving. Fires the three. The rebound by the Nets.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Now Westbrook. And there's the lob, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
He may not be the, quote, pure point guard in the traditional sense, but the passing game of Russell Westbrook is so impactful.
Now here's Irving. Give him 8. Looking to get it going. Pass to McCaw. Here's Irving. Here's McCaw. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. 3-pointer. And it's Irving missing.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Simmons, the pass to Wiseman. Banked it in off the glass. And now just a 3-point Washington lead.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's Bryant. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And it's Wiseman with the jam.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Irving against Westbrook to win the drought. And it's Irving missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
It's stolen. Now the Wizards in transition. Avdia from outside. That shot off. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. Pass to Simmons. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant.
You know, Simmons has put up with a lot of criticism about his game. But give him credit. He's a talented player who just wants to get better.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Hey, and the apple not falling far from the tree. Simmons' dad was a legendary player in Australia.
And that's where Simmons says he really learned the value of team ball. At age 15, he played in a world championship there. Just invaluable to his early development.
Gafford, he's checked in for Washington. Bertans comes in for Avdia. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. 41 seconds left in the first. Outside Bertans. Gafford with the ball. Here's Irving. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Brooklyn has gone only 1 of 4 from three-point land. Here's Shaman. He's covered by Bertans. Outside Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Now here's Irving. With 1 on the clock. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Ben Simmons getting it done for Brooklyn. Dominating on the glass. What a quarter. Time for a quick break. Then back to the action. And growing up in a sporting family, most of Bradley Beal's brothers chose football. So why did he choose basketball?
Mom said in high school, whoever would recruit me first, basketball, football, that's what we stuck with. So it was basketball.
I like that system, Grant. Pretty simple. Supply and demand.
That's right. Give the people what they want. And I'd say he found his calling.
Some good action already in this one. but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
So on the floor for the Wizards, Thomas Bryant out there with Davis Bertans. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's McCaw in at the 2 guard. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, just about every discussion of the NBA trade market comes back to the Washington Wizards. And all-star shooting guard Bradley Beal on a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 3 seasons. Something's got to give. And guys, with Beal possessing an opt-out after the season, expect those talks to intensify.
Yeah, that's a good point. And so it's Washington with it, following the bucket by the Nets. Bertans with the ball, picked up by Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left wing, looking to end this cold spell. Westbrook can't hit. Washington trailing. Here's McCaw. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Thomas Bryant is a problem on the offensive backboards. This guy's big and skilled, and you better box him out.
Pass to Westbrook. Off the mark there with a 3.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Now here's Irving. Give him 8 points now.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
The Wizards have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. A nice shot by McCaw.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Pass to Westbrook. Westbrook drawing the double. From deep, Wiseman. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Wizards have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Irving against Westbrook. And here's Bertans. Back to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Brooklyn with the board. Wiseman's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
A sensational athlete. I like when Simmons rises up with confidence and jams it through.
Irving, the pass to Bertans. And the dunk by Gafford.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Westbrook, the pass to Wiseman. Simmons against Gafford. Simmons, no good. For Washington, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to McCaw. Second chance effort. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Curry. And there's a 10-second limit on free throw routines. But we see some players ask for time before they get the ball. Grant, do you think that should count as part of their time?
You know, B.A., I don't see why not. I mean, it's about keeping the game moving. So asking the ref to hold the ball longer, not exactly compatible.
Now here's Wagner. Back to Beal. 4-3. And it's Harris with the rebound. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Lets it fly. And too long on the shot. Washington has gone just 1 of 4 from downtown so far in the second. Back to Beal. Pass to Gafford. Ooh, ripped away. Westbrook with it, hounded by Beal. Here's Shamet. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And he's going for the lob.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, V.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. The Wizards shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Inside, Wiseman with a steal. To the inside, Westbrook. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Westbrook's got 6. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their frenetic defense has been impressive, putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on a fast break.
Now here's Harris. 5 points in the game. Back to Westbrook. That shot is off. Nice D from Gafford.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Wagner. Rebounded by the Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
Yeah, they found buckets very hard to come by, and you could tell it frustrated them to no end.
I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
Now here's Gafford.
Brooklyn foul. Landry Shamet.
Tice checked in for Gafford.
Team second. Checking in for the Wizards. Daniel Tice.
Hachimura outside. Wagner in the high post. Hachimura outside. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 19. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Westbrook outside. Back to Harris. It's Shamet on the wing. Bradley Beal puts it in.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Now here's Wagner. Beal, the pass to Tice. And finished off by Tice.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Timeout call, Brooklyn.
Boy, what I love about Bradley Beal is despite having one of the most gifted offensive games in the league, he never stops looking for improvement. This guy wants to up his game each and every season.
He's checked in for Washington. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. Number 1, the Nets.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. You know, when it comes to Beal, his evolution as an offensive player has been dramatic, Doris.
There's no question. This guy entered the league with a reputation as a sweep shooter. Now, it's not only the spot-up shooting. He's got his own handle to create his own shot. The defense now has to worry about him as a playmaker passer. He's learned every trick in the book. Beal is elite.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Now here's Westbrook. Not a lot of room.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself.
Pass to McCaw. Here's Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to get back on track. Avdia from outside. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. And again, it's the Nets missing. Washington has gone only 1 of 5 from beyond the three-point line in the second quarter. To the wing, right side. Pass to Tice. Here's Avdia. Here's McCaw. Oh, he tries a 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Now here's Harris. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. It's a one-on-one situation. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play. Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
To the paint. Here's Wiseman. An easy 2 on the layup. Wiseman's got 10 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Beal gets the bucket.
Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
Here's Shamet. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Curry's checked in.
For the Wizards.
On the wing, Curry. Over Drummond. And the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Wizards foul.
Ben Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Nets, Ben Simmons.
Here's Simmons. He's got 10. Pass to Shamet. Outside Curry. Here's Claxton. For 3, here's Harris. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Beal with it. Outside Irving.
2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
1:56 left to play in the first half. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Harris outside. Lets it go from deep. Washington with a rebound. Beal's got 4 rebounds now. And he makes it. And now a 10-point Wizard lead.
They're really working the paint now.
Outside Curry. Pass to Harris. From outside the arc. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
You simply must guard Joe Harris when he's beyond that three-point territory. He will knock down shots if you don't contest.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Here's Claxton. Harris right side. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Drummond.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Here's Avdia, pounded by Harris. Takes one from 10 feet. He can't hit that time. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up top. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, cleared for takeoff.
Here's Irving. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Washington closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Brad, you limited their effectiveness early. What did you guys do defensively?
I think we just did a good job coming out with intensity. We did a good job frustrating them. You know, this is a team that's really good at moving the ball, and they got a lot of guys who can put it on the floor, go one-on-one. So, you know, we're just accepting the challenge, limiting them to one shot as much as possible, getting out and going.
Thanks, Brad. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. This has been a bounce-back game for him after some struggles their last time out. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Love how hard they're going at it on the offensive board, showing some real tenacity every time a shot goes up. They carve out this lead because of their aggressive mindset. Don't expect that to change in the second half.
Kenny, what's your take on Brooklyn so far?
Ice cold, frigid from beyond the arc. The question is now, can they shake it off and get back in the groove? Another option is compensate by going to the rim.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing here from Andre Drummond.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Brooklyn trailing. Joe Harris out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Claxton in at the 5. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half. And there it is for him.
I tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Outside Irving. Tries to break his ice. Rebound Brooklyn. Outside Curry. The kick out to Simmons. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Hachimura. Misses off the left iron. The Wizards shooting just under 40% from the field.
Something we do not always talk about is that Joe Harris is not just a shooter. Even though he doesn't rack up huge assist totals, this guy's a solid passer. He competes on the defensive end, and he can actually put it on the deck.
Now here's Curry. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Westbrook. Driving inside. Washington with a rebound. Abdi has got 7 rebounds in the game. And what is it specifically that makes Harris a good playmaker, Doris?
I think it's probably his IQ, the fact that he can see a play develop before it really gets to a position where most guys see it. He has a great feel for where his teammates are, and he knows how to hit them in their favorite spots.
Harris' shot is good.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
Westbrook against Irving. Into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 10.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Westbrook. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Irving, the pass to Drummond. Back to Irving. Let's go with a three. Out of bounds. It'll be the Nets ball. The Wizards making a switch here. Bryant's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Claxton. And Bryant pulls it down. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Avdia. He's got 9. Bryant outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beal. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Westbrook using his post moves to get the 2 points. 14 points for him. The Wizards with a lead. Beal outside. Pass to Avdia. Outside Irving for 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons. Simmons has got rebound number 7 tonight. Puts it up from 12. That one rolls around and rims out. Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Beal. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Hachimura. Over Harris. The Wizards with another miss. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Curry finds Westbrook. On the wing, Curry pounded by Beal. Curry's shot is off. And for the Wizards, they're shooting just 38% for this game so far. Here's Irving. The Wizards with another miss.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
You love seeing games like this from Simmons, looking absolutely dominant and in control offensively.
Pass to Beal to stop the drought. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Boy, and when it comes to providing leadership, everyone tackles it a little bit differently. Irving isn't that Kevin Garnett type motivator. He's not going to talk all game like Chris Paul. This guy leads with his play.
Wiseman, he's checked in for Claxton. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Bertans is checked in. Outside Curry. And Westbrook draws the double. Launches it. The rebound by the Wizards. They've led by as many as 11.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass. And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
To the middle. Here's Harris. Doesn't go for him. And Washington the other way now. Hachimura outside. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Wiseman. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Westbrook. Driving in. Ooh, good D by Irving. Washington has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Shoots over Bryant. Westbrook can't hit. And for Washington, they're shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Here's Irving, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Gafford, he's checked in for Hachimura. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Curry, pass to Westbrook. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Washington.
What a tremendous showing from three-point landing all through this game, guys.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked hard at tonight is crashing the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
What is absolutely mind-boggling to me about Russell Westbrook is how hard he goes every single night.
Gafford. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight. Irving against Westbrook. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. The shot from the low post is good. Irving's got 17 points.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
No one covering.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And for the Wizards, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Bertans, the pass to Irving. Back to Bertans. Beal outside. Launches a 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Westbrook's got 5 rebounds in the game. Westbrook drawing the double. And Simmons, here we go. Pass to Curry. Now here's Wiseman. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game is too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Tice is checked in for Washington. The Wizards with a lead. Outside Irving. And here's Beal. Back to Irving. And here's Gafford. Pass to Beal. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
His second personal.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror. Someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
Russell Westbrook at the line 2 times.
And he drops the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Washington has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half.
I got yours.
looking to end this cold spell. That's short off the rim. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Westbrook drawing the double. Here's Harris. And the Nets miss again. And the Wizards shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Irving against Curry. Unloads. No good. A bit long that time. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Oh, there's the alley. And it's Simmons with the jam.
And Simmons' teammates encourage him to look to score. Good to see him getting it done right there.
Pass to Gafford. Curry with a steal. Here's Westbrook. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Defensively, they've played with a high energy level tonight, and all the steals we've seen a result of that aggressiveness.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Wizards. Harris finds Curry to the paint. Here's Wiseman. They get it back. And Gafford with the block. And they'll keep possession. Washington trailing.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Outside Bertans. Outside Irving. Tice against Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Irving, the pass to Bertans. There's Tice with a 3. Then Simmons grabs the board. Simmons has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris. So the Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Drummond's checked in for Washington. Wagner comes in for Tice. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Well, the Wizards shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Westbrook against Irving. Beal outside. 3-pointer. And they'll get another chance. Tries again. The shot off that time. Oh, nice D from Curry. To the wing on the left. And it's Westbrook off the drive. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Mo Wagner.
Well, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
The Wizards making a switch here. Avdia's checked in. And he's good on the second. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Beal outside. Outside Irving. Here's Drummond. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, guys, there is no denying Andre Drummond's rebounding numbers are absolutely eye-popping. He is one of only 3 to open a season with a 30-point, 20-rebound game.
And the first one at the line is good. And it's tied up with that one. And it's Brooklyn ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Irving against Westbrook. 40 seconds left in the third. Westbrook drawing the double. Here's Harris. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 8 now on the night. Pass to Irving. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Irving's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Curry against Beal. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Simmons with it. And he drives in. And it's Simmons with the jam.
And showing off his IQ right there. Simmons keeps things simple in pick and rolls and takes what he sees.
Russell Westbrook. He's been the guy making things happen for the Nets. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be right back with you shortly.